We extend you a very warm welcome on behalf of International Chamber for Service Industry, ICSI. It's indeed a great pleasure on Thursday. Today is the fourth day, and we are having a wonderful journey towards the northeast part of India, where we are traveling to different states. We all are enjoying wonderful, scintillating, and a very, very captivating journey together, where we all are experiencing northeast. We started with Arunachal, we went to Meghalaya, yesterday we were in Nagaland, and today we are in beautiful state called Assam. So today is the fourth day, and you have got 8 states. Ashtalakshmi will be covering all the 8 states together. And in between Sunday, we will have the non-resident Indian series, because every Sunday, 8 p.m., we go to our brothers and sisters across the different countries. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's move on. And the theme what we have taken is film tourism. Of course, the domestic tourism is the focus. In these challenging times, nobody knows whether third wave is coming, third wave is not coming, third wave is going to just pass on, or it's going to create a lot of difficulties, troubles, all assumption. We pray to Almighty, everything should be fine. There should not be any difficulty, no problems. Everybody should smooth sailing, and that's the way we should move on. This evening, we are going to talk about film tourism, destination Assam, and let me extend a very warm welcome to all of you, and of course to our golden triangle, the people, those are going to share their vision and address 2 of them you have met earlier, and you'll be meeting the 3rd gentleman today. Do you recall that Bhupen Hazarika ji, the legendary singer, Bharat Ratna and a Padma Vibhushan awardee, and Dr. Bhupen Hazarika ji, when you remember and you talk about and you think about, ladies and gentlemen, what a golden voice from Assam, and what a pride of India. We pray a very rich, we pay very, very rich tribute to this great soul, and what a scintillating music he brought to all of us. We will also enjoy today on Brahmaputra River, and we will take you on a cruise, and look at that. It's a beautiful sunset. The sun is going down, and the people are coming on this particular cruise, and they're going to enjoy Brahmaputra, and we all are going to travel together. So welcome to the Brahmaputra cruise in the beautiful state Assam. International Chamber for Service Industry extends a very warm welcome to all of you. And we have just, in the month of January, completed 27 years. I'm proud of all our brothers and sisters, including our present president. And I can see over here, everybody joining from world over this wonderful journey. And all of us, we were together over here. It was such a beautiful. And we had started Punjabi Parvasi Divas in 1994, but the Honorable Prime Minister of India was visionary. And in 2003, when he had the confluence of all the dignitaries together, that is the time he gave us the vision that why not we should move ahead, and we should work out a strategy that let's have Pravasi Bharatiya Divas. And that was something super. So in that journey, let's move to northeast part of India. Arunachal, you enjoyed on Monday. Meghalaya, you enjoyed on Tuesday. Yesterday, you enjoyed Nagaland. And today, these beautiful tea gardens and beautiful Brahmaputra and beautiful cruise. And whatsoever we can enjoy, all of us together, let's be in the beautiful state, Assam. And as it is, Ministry of Tourism, Government of India is putting in lots of efforts. Dekho Apna Desh. The Honorable Prime Minister of India has given a call to the whole nation कि इस कोरोना के टाइम में let's travel to different places within our own country, explore new destination, explore new places, new strategies, new packaging, new confluence, new collaborations, new creativity, new innovations. That all has to be done in tourism. And today is the day 4th, and that's the 26th of August, domestic film tourism destination Assam. Because whatever you capture in your camera and you carry it as a memory, or you share the vision with others, because nowadays it's just the click of the camera. And I think my deep regards and great thanks to Mr. Shring Wange, the Vice President of the Northeast India Tourism Confederation. I have been bothering him day and night because making numerous calls to him. Today he was traveling from all the way Bombdila to Tawang. Before he could reach Tawang and have his lunch, I caught hold of him and lots of deliberations and discussions with him. So Monday you enjoyed Mr. Shring and Mr. Norbu. And Tuesday we had gone to the president of the Northeast India, the Tourism Confederation President, Mr. Blah from Meghalaya. Then Mr. Kamki, he gave a wonderful projection, the production part as far as, because the entertainment industry, when we are talking about the film tourism, when we are talking about, and the Gerald, this young boy, he had shown us wonderful, beautiful canvas of the pictures of the Meghalaya. What a beauty, what a beauty. It was something beautiful. Yesterday, we all traveled to Nagaland, and with the efforts of Mr. David Solo, the president of the Nagaland Tourism Association, he is also the director of the India Trails. He brought Mr. Yan, wonderful presentation, and Mr. Chentai from his camera, from his lens, he gave us a wonderful film of his own region. Look at Nagaland. What a beautiful state. I think a lot to be done, All of us together, we have to move on. Our chamber is fortunate to have a person to the stature of Mr. Manmohan Singh as a film director, writer, producer, earlier cinematographer with Yash Rajji. And whatever he could, Yash Rajji could see through the lens and feel. He passed on the emotion to Manmohan ji, and he brought Dil To Pagal Hai, Dilwale Dulhaniya Le Jayenge, Chandni, Lamhe, Mohabbatein, Veer Zara, such a beautiful movies. So ladies and gentlemen, cinematic tourism plays very, very important role for all of us. We got to see the potential. We got to understand that tourism and cinema, tourism and entertainment, tourism and films, they cannot be separated. They are together. Think about New Zealand, think about Singapore, think about South Korea, think about I'm saying Taiwan, think about even if I talk about Malaysia, Thailand, what all they are doing, they're giving subsidies to our Bollywood. And I go back to my memory lane, 17th of December 2005, right on the rooftop of the JW Marriott Hotel in Mumbai. We got all the production houses together with the efforts of Manmohanji and setting up of Chandigarh Bollywood Facilitation Cell. Can you imagine in 2006, almost 15 years back, single window clearance, Chandigarh Tourism working on that. And we also submitted the proposal to a couple of states now. Why don't you set up a film city, an integrated city? It will not only bring the revenue, the economic multiplier, it would also bring employment, entrepreneurship, startups, edtech platforms. It will bring infrastructure. It will bring new oxygen and a new life to the entire area. All of us, we got to think in that. Then the Ministry of Tourism, Government of India, they were also very kind, and I'm so grateful to all of them that they have been very, very innovative. And let me just read out before I go to the Ministry of Tourism. Mr. Balkishanji, hearty welcome to you. Madam Priyanka Dhiman, hearty welcome to you. And then Rishi Mohanji, hearty welcome. Deepa Hazarika. When I say Bhupen Hazarika and I say Deepa Hazarika, so that is greetings from Guwahati. Yes, Panditji, you wrote India's first tourism song, भारत के द्वार हैं खुले स्वागत में आपके, पग पग पे फूल हैं खिले स्वागत में आपके. So we owe you a lot from 1996 onwards. Nancy Sangma and great Garo Hills, hearty welcome to you. And Kim Kipgen, hearty welcome. Thank you very much for joining us. Indra Beniwalji, she is taking the entire education ecosystem of Haryana with her most innovative steps and efforts. We are thankful to you for having joined us. Please share with all your, the DOs and directors and secretaries and everybody whosoever is there. Mamta Chauhanji, all the way from Pauri Garhwal, that is from Uttarakhand. We know that you're bringing a film city in Nainital. We are aware of it. And then, of course, we have been joined by many other dignitaries. I'll read your names in a little while. J. Subha Lakshmi ji from Tamil Nadu. Thank you very much. I know Tollywood is playing very important role for all of us. So Bollywood, and Tollywood, all of us, we are together. So I wish to share with all of you that way back in 2015, a very dynamic Secretary Tourism, Government of India, Dr. Lalit Pawarji, we discussed with him at length and he liked the idea. He said, why not to promote film tourism, cinematic tourism? See, can you imagine that? Because when I served with the Ministry of Tourism, Government of India, I realized that with your one signature, you can push the project in a positive way and you can take it forward. It is very, very, innovative of us, wherever we are, whatever position we are, whatever department we are. If you want to see India progressing and growing, wherever you are, kindly be positive. Always think, what is the solution? How can we move forward? Whenever you have a positive thought, you will have some solution and something coming up over there. So when we projected the idea to Dr. Lalit Pawarji, he was kind enough as a Secretary Tourism. He says, wonderful idea. Let's get all the Secretary Tourism of the entire country together on a common platform. Ministry of Tourism, Government of India hosted the event and we made a presentation over there. And ladies and gentlemen, what a wonderful beginning over there. Thereafter, the additional secretary was sent with us all the way to Mumbai. We met not only the production houses, we met all the associations. And I recall our late guild president, to whom we lost during this corona. And, all of them together. And in Mumbai, when we had the deliberations and celebrations, and we took a decision, we are going to move forward and we are going to do the hand holding. And that's what is needed now also. Entire media entertainment industry needs a hand holding and closer to the tourism department. And we got to work like a hand and glove. And right over here, you can see all the 8 states of the Northeast together. You can see the ambassadors and the dignitaries from the ASEAN countries together right over here. I wish to share with all of you something very interesting we had done with the Ministry of Commerce and Industry, Government of India on 30th of June 2017. And my great deep regards and thanks to the officials, particularly those who are looking after the service industry in the Ministry of Commerce and Industry. The entire team, they had done a wonderful job and they accepted the request. And right over here, can you see Janu Barwaji? What a great legend from Assam, the producer director. When I met him, when I paid my regards to him, such a humble person, such a fine person. We traveled together from Guwahati to Mumbai. And thereafter he told, I'm going to address the entire forum and I'm going to tell them what exactly is the need and how media entertainment and film tourism can be the game changer in the entire Northeast part of India. So ladies and gentlemen, Arunachal, Assam, Manipur, Meghalaya, Mizoram, Nagaland, Sikkim, Tripura, all the 8 beautiful states, when we talk about as an integrated approach, if we develop our entertainment industry, and there is a very, very dynamic media entertainment sector skill council, we should work closely with them. Our chamber is very proud. We have done lots of events in the Northeast. We had gone to Dimapur, Nagaland, 2018. Before that, we have done in month of February at Manipur, which was inaugurated. And both the events being inaugurated by the respective chief ministers of both these states together. We are proud of them. Today, when you look at the Guwahati airport, the expansion plan, what all has been done over there, a great efforts being put in. We lost another gentleman during this COVID. He was the chairman, Airport Authority of India at that time, Dr. Mahapatra. And he was the person, he had come all the way along with the Ravi Kapoorji, Additional Secretary, Government of Assam. And there was a full day deliberation. And that was on basically strengthening the aviation network in the Northeast part of India. And thereafter, ladies and gentlemen, I still recall another area we had domestic and international demand, and that was the business summit where we had the Cambodia, Laos, Myanmar, and Vietnam, and that was the special presentation being done over there. And thereafter, 2016, the ASEAN, I still remember General V.K. Singh was that time the Minister for State External Affairs, Government of India, and right in Nehu, the campus over there, the ASEAN Study Center being set up, the strategic tie-ups to be done with the ASEAN, and that was something wonderful. And then in Imphal, I still recall that Northeast ASEAN Business Summit, and the Honorable President of India from the center, he had gone, and we had the dignitaries from all the places world over, and Kalraj Mishra ji had a special enclosure and expo which was on MSME, and Vivek Divangan ji, that time the Joint Secretary and the Project Director. And this is something what we had done in Mumbai, cinematic tourism destination, Northeast India and ASEAN for the entire media entertainment industry. And this is another event. We were the part of it, 3rd and 4th of February 2018. There was Advantage Assam. And that was something superb with FICCI we had done, and we had taken the responsibility of the IT, the telecom, and the complete deliberations area. So, ladies and gentlemen, both films and tourism, they are inseparable. If you want to project your art, craft, culture, heritage, whatever you want to do, that all comes from there. This is the complete impact of the films, TV, and digital media. And when we are talking about it, can you imagine the tourists, they carry these beautiful films, short films, and glimpses of the places. Film tourism can also bring lots of wellness, because when you are happy, when you laugh, when you're mentally happy, it makes you physically happy. It makes you environmentally happy. And at the same time, when happiness, humor, laughter, music, dance, everything is all around you, you have the economic wellness also, because you wish to do something. So the camera has got a great power. And importance of film tourism post-pandemic, we all got to realize it's very, very important. Here is the dynamic, handsome CEO of Media Entertainment Skill Council, Mr. Mohit Soni. We have done about 100 webinars with them during this COVID, and what a beautiful journey with them. I wish to tell everybody in Northeast, I told yesterday, I told day before yesterday, I told on Monday, and I'm repeating today. I'll repeat every day during these 8 days, because every day you have got new participants, you've got new people. These are courses available free of cost. These courses are available free of cost, and they are from the Media Entertainment Sector Skill Council. Join hands with them, set up the training center in Northeast, more and more training providers, more and more centers coming up in Northeast. Can you imagine the power? At the same time, you want to look handsome, you want to look beautiful, you want to look smart, you want to talk smart, walk smart, think smart, positive. Here is Monica Behel, the Beauty and the Wellness Sector Skill Council. Last year, during the pandemic, on Independence Day, we had done the great celebrations with 15 speakers. This time, again, she brought 15 Yodhas, and that was on 15th of August. We are proud of her. You must bring more and more beauty and wellness sector skills centers. And Colonel Anil Kumar Pokhriyal, if you're interested to be a startup, if you want to be an entrepreneur, then this is the Sector Skill Council, which can help you a lot. All these programs under Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana Part 3 are free of cost. You have not to spend a single rupee. Our chamber is working on revival of tourism, revival of tourism, revival of tourism. There was a movie called Entertainment, Entertainment, Entertainment. We are repeating 4 times. Revival of tourism. That's a 4th time also, because tourism is a very important economic engine for anybody. Look at this. What is a mind-blowing coming up next to Delhi? You can go on the YouTube channel of gsmotivator, where you're watching today's program also. Let me see some more participants, those have joined over here. Let me just read out, otherwise it will be impolite on my part if I don't recognize them, because people who put their time over here, their comments over here, they are wonderful. So J. Subbalakshmi from Tamil Nadu, Balkrishanji from Pathankot, Ishita Shukla from Dehradun, Mamta Chauhan from Pauri Garhwal, Info students from Assam, Gurinderji, Namaskar, Nisha Agrawal, then Vimalji all the way from, what is this place? It is in Pauri Garhwal somewhere. Okay, Vimalji, thank you very much. Pankaj Tripathi from Ludhiana, thank you. And thereafter, Nanlai from Shillong, Nyoi Nyodu ma'am from Nahar, Lagan and Nirjuli, Arunachal Pradesh. Then Mamta Chauhan, and thereafter Vimalji and Sakshi. And then we have got Gurendraji, S. Vosa from Imphal. And then, of course, senior consultant, Vikas Malhotra from Canada. People are joining you from Canada, also from Toronto. What a pleasure to have them with us right over here. Sudhir Sopti, who had been basically packaging all the film shootings for Delhi tourism for years together, the entire PK movie when you talk about Amir Khan, and of course, a couple of other movies when we talk about, and Godek Tamo. Godek Tamo, thank you. Hearty welcome from Arunachal. Joba Lakshmi ji from Tamil Nadu, thank you. Vimal ji, film tourism, thank you. And rest I will read a little later. Let me just go ahead. So what I want to share over here is, you have been talking about Ramoji city, very big complex, very big infrastructure being developed over there. Let me share with you, ladies and gentlemen. When you think about film tourism, when you think about cinematic tourism, when you talk about infrastructure development, we have done the complete case study. You can go on our webinar 1125 and you can see on the gsmotivator, India destination for film tourism, focus infrastructure development. It was done on Wednesday, 18th of August. Can you imagine we are dedicating the whole journey to film tourism? And this is another thing, economic impact. Whatever you're doing, it should give you some return. It should give you some economic benefit. At this point of time, tourism has suffered a lot. Our travel agents, our tour operators, our tourist transporter, they all had very challenging times. So now the time has come when the media entertainment industry, I'm talking about the entertainment industry, when they have also suffered a lot. Let's join hands together. Our chamber's website, ICSIindia.in, you can go over there, you can have a look at it. If there can be a global G7 summit, why there can't be a G7 India Tourism Summit? When you talk about a G7 India Tourism, that means 7 stakeholders have to work together, and then you see the results. Ministry of Tourism, Government of India, Ministry of Information and Broadcasting. For your information, I wish to inform all of you that all the film festivals are being organized by Ministry of Information and Broadcasting. And your next award and the film festival in Goa is going to be held from 20th to 28th of November this year in Goa. I think that's going to be the 52nd program, because 1942 onwards something they had established, but they started late. So it is going to be the 52nd program. Ministry of Education, Ministry of Culture, Ministry of MSME, Ministry of Skill Development, Ministry of Electronic and Information Technology, all of them, if they work together, it's a G7 India Summit for Tourism. We are doing the series for film tourism, potential of the Northeast. So today, Assam, tomorrow, Tripura, and Saturday, Manipur. Sunday, you will be going to Canada with Mr. Vikas Malhotra, because today he wants to see what are we talking about, what are we discussing over here. And then Monday, we will talk about Mizoram, and Tuesday, we will go to Sikkim. That's what is the journey we are taking. So ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow will be Tripura. And do you know, most of the people think SD Burman, RD Burman, their music, that was from West Bengal. It was from Tripura. It was from Tripura. And tomorrow we are going to talk about Tripura. When I talked to the president of the Tourism Federation in Tripura today in Agartala, he was so warm, he was so kind, and I made a special request to him that tomorrow he must bring 1 or 2 singers with him, because we got to revive, we got to rethink, we got to remember SD Burmanji once again. Wahan kaun hai tera Musafir jayega kahan. What a beautiful and what a music he gave to fit to the voice, and some other surprises we are bringing. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Rajan Sehgal, very dynamic president of the India Golf Tourism Association, and is the co-founder of the Passionals. We discussed at length, you all should be very happy when you talk about domestic tourism, film tourism, nature tourism, ecotourism, green tourism, flora and fauna tourism, then the complete green carpet. When you talk about, there's a golf tourism, there's a golf green tourism. With him, we are starting from the coming Tuesday, a series at 5 p.m. every day, 5 p.m. every day. And we will have a special series. We are going to have about almost 14 to 15 episodes for you. Anybody who is interested about golf, anybody who is interested about golf tourism, and if you want to understand golf tourism, and if you want to switch over as a tour operator, as a travel agent to golf tourism, join hands with Mr. Rajan Sehgal. Our chamber is basically to bring the demand and supply together on a common platform. And that's why we will be touching 1,152nd webinar that day. Can you imagine? So, whatsoever human mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. Welcome to Assam, the awesome Assam, the beautiful Assam, sound, light, action, and cinematic tourism. So, ladies and gentlemen, we extend a very warm welcome to Mr. Debajit Kumar Borah, the General Secretary of the Northeast India, that is Tourism Confederation. He is also the President of the Tour Operators Association of Assam, and is a Director of the Brahmaputra Cruise. When you come to the city of Guwahati, the beautiful, you can see big canvas and a span of Brahmaputra, and there you have got a beautiful cruise. I enjoyed wonderful evenings over there. I can never ever forget. I still feel I'm sitting in that cruise and enjoying over there. And then, of course, very, very dynamic, the chapter president and chapter chairman of the Association of the Domestic Tour Operators of India for the Northeast chapter, and he's the director of the Coily Tours and Travels, Mr. Arijit Purkayastha-ji. He's again very dynamic person. And we are going to meet another gentleman, cinematographer, entrepreneur, because the focus is film tourism. We should be talking more on film tourism, cinematic tourism, Assam's beauty to be captured through the camera, and young boys and girls in Northeast, in the state of Assam. And that's why I want to leave it with the plain slate for all of you and extend a very warm welcome to our dignitaries, our friends, those who have joined over here, and hearty welcome. A pleasure to have all of you. And I would request Mr. Debajit Borah-ji, you can set the ball rolling, because we are trying to package this entire series with Mr. Blah and Mr. Wong and all the other dignitaries with the Northeast India, our Tourism Confederation. Arijit ji is a very warm and a very dear friend. I have been meeting him earlier as well. He gave a wonderful presentation. In fact, the other day, that was domestic tourism. Today, we would request him to focus more on how we can switch over to film tourism, cinematic tourism. We enjoyed your cruise also, Borah-ji, the other day. Today, you got to give us the beauty from the cinematic angle and the cinematic tourism and film tourism. And Mr. Joydeep Paul, I think film industry people always come before the camera when you say sound, light, and camera and action. So it all depends on Mr. Borah. Let's get into the action right from here. Hearty welcome to all of you and all our friends, those are joining us on this particular program. A very warm welcome to all of you. With these words, Mr. Borah. Your mic is muted. Your mic is muted. Your mic.
Thank you, Dr. Gulshan Sharma. It has been a very nice gesture from your side to promote all of us in Northeast. I would also like to welcome all the viewers who are right now viewing us online to Northeast India Film Tourism, this particular webinar. I'd also like to welcome our guest panelist, Mr. Arijit Purkayastha and Joydeep Paul. Thank you all. Before starting, I would like to welcome you to the Assam. It's a land of 7 national parks, 2 World Heritage Sites, the largest river island Majuli, also the smallest river island Umananda. It has got the longest bridge on a river, Dhola Sadia in Upper Assam. Then we have the oldest oil rigs in Debajit, the land of tea gardens, golf, heritage bungalows. Then we have beautiful waterfalls like Panimu waterfall, many tribes living in harmony, and the mighty Brahmaputra, of course. And when we talk about film tourism, we have legends like Dr. Bhupen Hazarika, and all of you must be knowing him. Anyway, Assam is having another thing, that is, it's a gateway of Northeast. From here, you go to Meghalaya, Arunachal, Nagaland, and all the places of Northeast. And before starting, I'd like to show you a small video, just audio video.
So, ladies and gentlemen, today we are enjoying Assam, beautiful Assam, and let's travel to Upper Assam, Middle Assam, Lower Assam. And I recall all my beautiful days when I spent time over there, wonderful people. And you know, we used to stop at somebody's residence just like that. And Mahabharat used to be there every Sunday. And there were sham boosters. That time the signals were not that good. People used to give us the tea also, and we used to watch their television also. Such a warm people and such a nice people. Wonderful journey. So something very, very
I hope
nice.
the video is
No,
visible.
no, you have yet to open, Debajit ji. You have yet to open.
Okay.
We can only see your, I think, the screen. We can only see your
Okay.
screen. Yeah. And ladies and gentlemen, if you travel the Assam, Upper Assam to Lower Assam, and you've got beautiful, beautiful places. If you want to see the oil fields, the oil reservoirs, and
Is
all
it
that.
visible right now?
No, 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 brother.
No.
Uh, so from I recall Margareta to Tinsukia to Dinjon to Chabua to Dibrugarh to Moran to Shivsagar to Jorat to Kaziranga to Navgaon, and then we used to walk to Dibrugarh. No, no, that is Dispur. Yes, now it's visible. Now it's visible.
Okay. Thank you.
once you visit Assam, it stays with you forever.
That was a small distinct promo video from
Priyanka
Assam.
Chopra. Priyanka Chopra.
Yeah, and we can see how cinematic it's in Assam. I think Joydeep will in the while he will be giving his part of presentation, he will be showing more clips, beautiful clips on Assam. And right now, I would like Arijit to take on from here, and I would like Arijit to speak something because he is a very experienced and a very senior person. I would like Arijit to take over from here for the moment. Thank you.
Namaskar, good evening, Gulshan ji. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Debajit. Good evening, Joydeep.
Good evening, sir.
Yes, good evening. Actually, I was not prepared for today's webinar, but it was a last-minute induction. But nevertheless, since already Joydeep is there, but speaking over him should not be a good thing. But still, I'll try my best. Cinema tourism is something. It was in Assam long before when Chameli Mensab was there, which was been Mr. Abdul Mazid who directed it way back in 1975, and George Baker was the actor. And then the Hindi, I think Bengali remake was by again George Baker was there, but the heroine was Rakhi. Then I think in '86, Ekpal. Ekpal was a beautiful movie where the actor Shabana Azmi, the backdrop of tea gardens of Jorhat was there. You know, and Kalpana Azmi directed that movie with again song of Dr. Bhupen Hazarika. You know, when we talk about tourism with cinema, this adds the flavor in tourism. Like in Rockon movie in Meghalaya, when they Rockon 2 movie they shoot,
Yes.
or the Koila movie which in Arunachal, then people started traveling to Arunachal. But when Ekpal and other movie was there, those are not a typical commercial movie in a sense. And that was in way back in 76, 75, we were under, we had restrictions, especially for the tourists to visit Assam. But that restrictions has in 1995 been totally lifted. And I'm sure with Mr. John Barua, Mr. Joydeep Paul, and others will roll the ball, and already they have done it, and they made Assam proud of it.
Yes.
And you are the actual ambassadors, sir, Mr. Joydeep Paul and others. We are on the backbenches. We organize tours. We we use good transport, good hotels, good itinerary. That is our part, and you are the people who bring everything on the limelight. You are the actual warrior, and thank you, sir, for that. And thank you, Mr.
Thank you so much.
giving me that opportunity. And more interesting part, we like to hear from Mr. Joydeep Pal. And I being a tour operator, Debajit is also a tour operator, but it is somewhere we tour operator, cinema director, cinema, all those things, we somewhere we blend each other. We can able to the flavor, we can make a beautiful dish out of it and make a beautiful flavor out of it and make Assam proud and Northeast proud. That's all for me at the moment. Probably I'll join again, but let us hear from Joydeep, who is expert on this. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. I'm very thankful to you all for inviting me. Sir, here we got Film City in Guwahati only, Jyoti. And there are 5 halls where we can shoot, and and nearby places like tea gardens and all, like Chandobi, Panikheti area, then Shivsagar, Dibrugarh, Jorhat. There are many places where we can shoot like tea gardens, bungalows. Hello.
Yes, we can hear you. We can hear you. Please go ahead. We can hear you. We are enjoying your talk. That's why we are listening very patiently. Please go ahead.
Okay, sir. So
You wish to share some video because your mic has gone mute. Yeah.
yes, sir. Wait 1 minute, sir.
Sure, sure. So, ladies and gentlemen, meanwhile, you heard our travel trade, you heard the tour operators. Now we are getting to the entertainment industry. Let him showcase and let him give his voice how basically we can develop the entire Northeast as a destination for film tourism, for cinematic tourism. What is the need of the hour and what do we require over there? Please go ahead.
Let me also add up, Joydeep has won many awards in the Assam film industry.
Very
and
good.
he has been associated with most of the recent films in the Assam industry.
Very good.
And the beautiful videos you saw of the Alfresco Grand River Cruise, he is the person who did all those videos.
Wow, great. And I'm so grateful to Arijit ji. He reminded me today something very important. In Mumbai on 30th of June, 2017, when we had done the event over there, 2018, when we had done the event over there, Kalpana Lazmi ji was kind enough to come on a wheelchair, and Janu Borah ji, he gave a special address for 45 minutes to package the entire Northeast with a focus on Assam, on cinematic tourism. I still recall. Joydeep Paul ji. Your mic is muted, Joydeep Paul ji.
Sir, just give me 1 minute.
Yeah, please go ahead. Please go ahead. Please go ahead.
Here, I would also like to name one artist from Assam. She's a very famous film actress, Seema Biswasji. She was there, one of the national awardee, and she is also from Assam.
Wow, great.
Sir, can you see the screen?
Not as yet, but only the thing is a small slit has come, which is showing somewhere that you're trying to project something on your mobile phone.
Joydeep, you can play now. I think it will come.
It's showing now?
No, not as yet. No worries, no worries, no worries.
Okay.
No worries. Technically, you know, there are challenges and we all are learning a lot of things. And imagine the scenario on 25th of March, 2020, you know, people, teachers, students, parents, everybody is struggling. What is Zoom, Zoom, Zoom? Nobody has heard about Zoom earlier. And thereafter it is Zoom, Zoom all around, you know, which is happening. And people going on Cisco's platform or Microsoft platform or even Google platform. And there's so many platforms and edtech platforms which have come. So I think it's a great learning for all of us. So whenever you have to see a beautiful piece of the film, you always got to develop a patience. And that's why these camera people and these director, producers, cinematographers, and location management heads, they develop lots of patience, lots of patience. So we will come on to that again. Meanwhile, I think we can take the discussion forward, you and Arijit ji, till the time he gets connected.
Sure.
Well, yes, till Mr. Joydeep.
Yes, yes.
Let us first start with Mr. Bhupen Hazarika's song, which is in Assamese. I will just read out the lyrics. I think Mr. Joydeep is sharing the screen, but meanwhile it says, Ahom amar rupohi gunoro nai he bharatore purbo dipor purja uthake. Ahom amar rupohi bharatore purbo uthake. Gutei jibon bisarileo olek dibok rati Ahom dekhor dore nepao iman rakhal mati. So it's just that Assam is so beautiful. You know, Assam is so beautiful, and it's a place where the northeast is where you have the first in the rising sun. ভাৰতৰে পূৰ্বদেশৰ সূৰ্য উঠা দেশ। গোটেই জীৱন বিচাৰিলেও অলেখ দিৱস ৰাতি অসম দেশৰ দৰে নেপাওঁ ইমান ৰসাল মাটি। It's not only Assam but entire northeast is so beautiful. Only thing we have to make it organized. We are not organized if we compare to states like western part of India or other parts. The only thing once we organize it, and once we especially when the Koila movie was done over here, it was so expensive for the producer. That was the point, once the producer said, it's like going to Switzerland and shooting over there, it will be cheaper than coming to Northeast because the transportation costs, the airfare costs are all very high going to Arunachal. So this is the area which the government should look around, which they have to give a very good discount to the producers, which will help these producers and the film units to come over and shoot there, because this is a virgin area. It's not only for the commercial movies. It can be done. Several movies can be done over here in this part of Northeast.
Totally acceptable, Arijit ji. What you are saying is a very valid point. What you have made a mention, I think that is something very, very important, because we can only say that hand-holding has to be done, subsidies has to be given, and the government can take initiative onto that. And I personally feel, because we have done lots of studies in last 15 years, that the econometric model, when you draw, when you're getting 150 tourists at one place, how much money they spend vis-a-vis one film shooting being done, local employment, temporary employment, infrastructure development, economic multiplier, and the location when it gets projected in that film through the lens. What a beautiful projection and a marketing strategy which can be done. So I think Arijit ji, rightly said by you, and we got to rethink and repackage the entire thing. Joydeep ji, can we try it out?
I think Joydeep is trying to log in from his computer.
Okay.
We can continue with the discussion. And
sure.
What I believe is from film tourism, we have two ways to promote a destination. Either we make a film from this region and we publish the film and we commercially promote the film outside the region so that people can see the destination through that particular film. And secondly, we can welcome the industry from the outside. Say from Bollywood, we can welcome Bollywood to come here and make a film, so that when the film goes on really and it's released on cinema halls, people can see the beautiful destination of the region. And I think the tourism policy of Assam and the state industrial policy, they have something on subsidy, and which will encourage filmmakers from outside the region to come and shoot a film here in the region. And secondly, our existing tourism policy is going to expire in 2022, and when the new tourism policy comes, so we like to have more encouraging schemes so that filmmakers from outside the region come to the state region and make films, so that film tourism, they can go combine long way in the future. That's one way we can do it, and we hopefully look forward to the government that in the new tourism policy, which is going to come in year 2022, we'll have something very good for the film industry.
Wonderful. That's really very encouraging. Arijit ji?
I said, sorry, I totally agree with Debajit what he's trying to say. And this is like in Singapore, in spite Singapore being a tourist destination, yet Singapore encouraged movie like Krish, to be shot over there. And again, people started. So it is the government also has to together hand in hand. They can also produce those movies, give discounts to their airfare and other things, or the hotel discounts or something like that, similar to that, which should help the producer to think it over. They can, and the other producer will follow them and come over here, because beautiful. This part is beautiful. Going to Loktak Lake in Manipur or in Assam, Brahmaputra. I'm not talking about the wildlife, but others say wildlife probably they will not allow to do the shooting. But yes, Majuli is there. So many beautiful things are there in Northeast. Mizoram is such a beautiful place, but not yet been fully promoted properly. And this is not only the government's part. As a tour operator we should promote, but government should come forward to it. The beautiful festivals are there. This thing should be promoted through these commercial movies, and which will help tourists to come to these areas.
Great.
I would like to add on. It's basically not only these films. This is what we call a feature film. We have the industry which we are seeing here in Assam. Basically, we have got lots of music albums also coming up. Very young singers, they are making their own music albums and trying to promote as much as possible. Most of them are in local language, of course. But this is another parallel industry which is very much booming, and many of the youngsters right now are making music albums, and which are very well choreographed, very well cinematographed, and very well presented. We can have many of them. And if we see when we talk about Majuli, there is a song Majuli from Nilutpal Borah, which is very beautifully cinematographed. And if these videos are available on the YouTube, anybody who wants to see these videos, music albums made by the local coming up, I would say, these singers, those are very beautifully done, and they give you a perspective, a view of the region.
Yes.
Very well done. These young people, they are doing very good job.
Wonderful. The potential which we have got, that's great. Mr. Rajan Sehgal, the president of the India's golf courses and also the chairperson of the Public Relation Council of India, Delhi chapter, he is sending that Assam is a great destination. We can do a lot through the cruise film tourism also, which can be done over there. And of course, Mr. Sudhir Sopti, he has also, because he has been deeply associated with the films. Mamta Chauhan, thank you very much. Vimalji, thank you very much. All the efforts what you people are putting in over here, the views, we appreciate that. We appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, Mr. Joydeep, can we try it out?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. That's why they say to watch a good film, you require patience to be developed. That is something the tourism also teaches us. And this morning I was reading a beautiful statement from Canada, the Canada Film Tourism, when we are doing the case study, and we learned what British Columbia is doing, what others are doing. And that was something, the caption which I have picked up from there. We are going to do a webinar on that. It's a webinar on script to screen. Oh, script to screen. That is another coining which I learned this morning from Toronto and British Columbia, what subsidies they are giving, how are they doing hand holding. That was something very amazing and interesting. Arijit ji, hi. No, not as yet, Joydeep ji. No worries, try it out. Don't worry, try it out. Arijit ji, meanwhile, we can take the discussion forward with Mr. Debajit and yourself. Arijit ji, domestic tourism has become very important during the pandemic. And I think the post-pandemic also, for quite some time, we all got to be, and Prime Minister's agenda at this point of time, that let's travel to 15 places minimum in India. And we make an appeal to everybody that why not to travel to Northeast also. And you should see what a treasure of the God, what a treasure of the Almighty which has been given over here. In Assam, can you list out, okay, all the audience, I think Mr. Debajit, Borah, and Mr. Arijit, they will decide. We will give the cash prize. 5 most important visited places in Assam. 5 most popular places visited in Assam. You can post it on the YouTube. Whosoever gives the first answer correctly, and Arijit ji and Debajit ji give okay, we give you 1,000 rupees cash prize. कौन बनेगा करोड़पति भी जो है वो 1,000 रुपए से शुरू होता है. So we will start with 1,000. Let's have the first question. That is 5 places what we think are the most highly visited in Assam, most popular in Assam. और आजकल तो गूगल है, नकल के लिए अकल चाहिए, थोड़ा सा बस जल्दी से मारिए नकल और पोस्ट कीजिए यूट्यूब के ऊपर and try and get 1,000 rupees. I can see a lot of young people over here. Rajan Saigal ji, we pass on to Mamta Chauhan, Saurabh Tripathi, Vimal, and of course Pandit ji, Priyanka, and Joba Lakshmi. Everybody should try. Let's see who gets 1,000 rupees. And Mr. Arijit and Mr. Debajit, they will tell us who is the first person who gives us the 5 best important places visited, highly and most prominent in Assam. Okay, by the time you post it over here, let me take the discussion forward. Arijit ji, how do you look at film industry people coming and the subsidies when we are talking about at present? Debajit ji mentioned that 2022, the new policy for the tourism is coming. It's on the way. So at present, how do you look at it? What can we do? Why should we lose these 4 months also? September, October, November, December. And when he says next year, 2022, it shouldn't happen October 2022. And 10 more months are gone by me. So I want to just tell, because next month, 27th September is a World Tourism Day. And 27th September has got 2 more importance. We will discuss later. So how do you look at it? What should be done by the state government at present, or maybe by the Ministry of Tourism, to do the hand-holding of the entertainment industry and to bring them closer with the basically tourism industry? What are the views of both Arijit ji and Debajit ji?
Should we go alphabetically? A or B?
Your choice. Your choice.
I'm asking Debajit.
Okay.
You can go. It's because I'm doing some technical sharing with Joydeep.
Okay, you carry on. You carry on that.
Okay.
WhatsApp. So I'm trying to share it from my end.
Yeah.
So in the meantime, you can.
Yeah, Gulshan ji, actually we have to make our house in order. So how do we do that for the film tourism? We should work out, either the state government or the Northeast. We should go with some packages to these areas like Mumbai or to Tollygunj, Tollywoods and those areas. And we invite these directors. We have a small workshops over there, and we tell them these are the places where you can do your shooting, because based on that, probably the script will come up. The actors will come up. But at the same time, we have to go and visit this, say for Mumbai, meet those directors, producers, and probably actors, and give them show them some glimpses of our areas, and then we invite them come and see these areas, because the cost involvement is there. This is where government and tourism department, both the state and the ministry, will come and work it out, because subsidies is very, very important. Because these days you don't see movies releasing on theaters. They are all on the what you call on web series or those kind of a thing. So yes, factor is that this is very, very important. The pricing is very, very important. Then based on our locations, then obviously it will not happen overnight. It will take 1, 2, or 3 years. But then we can set a place. People will start coming to our areas and make some important movies, or not only feature films, documentary films. We have birding areas, we have wildlife areas, archaeological areas. These are the beautiful areas. Of course, our archaeology is not to be compared with the rest of India, but our archaeology is something totally different. We have mythological and all those things, and they are really they have not been discovered properly. In Assam itself, there are more than 359. I repeat, more than 359 archaeological sites over here, only in Assam. We have other places, we have Arunachal, we have Manipur, we have Meghalaya. So, except for the natural beauty, we do have those things. And yes, of course, village life is something, it depends. Most important is that in Northeast, every 50 kilometers, you will see either the faces are changing or the languages are changing. That is the unique, and that is the unity in diversity. And we are so much, if you come from the East Bhutan to Assam and then to rest of the Northeast areas, you will see a different setup here there. And I think we will be able to give the producers and directors unique locations, and which they cannot resist that. This is my
Wonderful, wonderful. And Arijit ji, meanwhile, dot at 9 p.m., because this program is 8 to 9 p.m., dot at 9 p.m., somebody has posted 8 locations. We asked for 5, but 8 has been given because somebody who's really smart writing over here, it shouldn't happen that 5 best places are not chosen. So out of 8, at least 5 will be there. So that is something amazing. At least somebody has got, and somebody got encouraged. Somebody took efforts. So how do you look at it? What is being posted on the YouTube? She has mentioned Kaziranga National Park, Kamakhya Temple, and then Majuli Island, Guwahati Planetarium, then Dibrugarh, then Mayong, then Kakochang, that is waterfalls, and Assam State Museum. 8 places she has mentioned. So what is the opinion of both the judges, Arijit ji and Debajit ji?
I will not judge because the person has not gone for a cruise.
No, but she is expecting you will give today cruise free because you are hosting the event. It's your program, Assam. So cruise is free. Cruise as it is, everybody knows. So how do you look at it?
I'd like Arijit to go through it. In the meantime, I have got some videos from Joydeep. I would like to share them on this.
Sure. Please. So Arijit ji, what do you say? At least it will give encouragement to audience.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, she is right. Although she made eight places, and we should consider her.
Wow. So, ladies and gentlemen, on the recommendation of our 2 judges, Arijit ji and Debajit ji, we give 1,000 rupees award to Madam Priyanka Dhiman. Just post your email over here so that you can get from our chamber the details. And tomorrow you receive 1,000 rupees in your account, because on that email, nowadays, because of the cyber security, we would like only you give the email, and then accordingly, our team will reach you out and we move out from there. And with these words, Debajit ji, your film.
Yeah, is it visible?
Yes, Neel Akash and Kusum Kailash.
To see the whole thing, I'd like to thank Joydeep for sharing this video. I'd like to share another small video of his where he has done, Guwahati. I think, Guwahati.
We enjoyed your cruise also. We are only waiting for the dinner now to be hosted by you. That's lovely. That's lovely. Great.
We have also music albums shot on our cruise, but
Yes.
just hold on. But because of the shortage in time, I think today we keep ourselves restricted to these two videos only. And I am thankful to Joydeep because the first video we saw it was Bihu, and without Bihu, the Assam is like not fulfilled. You cannot.
Thank you so much, sir.
And we saw the ruins of the Ahom dynasty, great Ahom dynasty, in that particular video.
Okay.
Joydeep,
Great.
you want something?
Joydeep ji, we heard both the dignitaries from the travel and tourism industry, you know. I wish to hear from the entertainment industry. What is your expectation from the state government, from the central government, or maybe from the district, or maybe how we can join hands with the tourism industry so that the entertainment industry and tourism industry, they get closer? Because when you were talking about, when Arijit ji was talking about Krish movie, Singapore, so I was smiling because we were the one which had taken that movie for 29 days shooting to Singapore with Rakesh Roshan. And we got X amount to Rakesh Roshan ji from Singapore Tourism Promotion Board. And similar way, when New Zealand was put onto the tourism map, how it has been done. And our president based out of Thailand, who is very, very close to Bollywood, Tollywood and Pollywood, when we talk about lots of film being shot over there also in ASEAN. So kindly tell us, what are the expectations of the entertainment industry, film industry, how we can bring more film tourism closer to our tourism industry in northeast part of India?
So, well, it's a very good opportunity that in Assam there are many places like hello.
Yes, I can hear you. I'm hearing you patiently, quietly.
Okay, there are many places in Assam, and like in Guwahati only. In Guwahati we got a film studio, Jyoti, and there we got AV Alexa camera, red camera, light equipments like AV lights, aperture lights, and many more, and many more equipments like trolleys, like gimbals and all. Each and everything is there. So like it's very good for us.
It's very good. Yeah, go ahead. Your mic is mute now. Your mic is mute. You were talking about Jyoti Studio, and you were talking about they have got basic infrastructure and equipment, whatsoever is needed in making a film. That's what you were talking about.
Yes. So
do we have some training centers, or do we have skill centers related to entertainment industry, or do you feel that there should be more students, more youth from the northeast part of India who can be a part of it, and they can support travel and tourism also, they can support cinematic tourism also and film tourism also?
Yes, we got a film studio in Kahilipara, Guwahati, and one more institute is there, T-Series Guwahati.
Okay, T-Series also have got their studio in Guwahati?
Yes, sir.
Wow, great, wonderful. So you feel that basic infrastructure is there?
Yes, sir.
So what is needed then? Now tourism industry is also here, Arijit ji is also here, Debajit ji is also here. So what exactly is the need? What exactly is required? Finance, subsidy, support?
Finance, subsidy, and like
support from the state government?
Support, yes. Support from the state government, from the central government.
Okay. because like other states are giving a lot of subsidy at this point of time,
Yes, sir.
that if you do a shooting over here for a film, if you do this much portion, you get this much subsidy. If you do this much portion, you get this subsidy. So
Yes,
different
sir.
slabs are there. Something of that kind can come. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. How about the manpower, the skills? Do you feel that you have a skilled manpower if you're doing a
Yes, sir.
song
We have.
shooting? You have.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, you have. Okay, great. Arijit ji
We
and
have
Debajit
lots of
ji.
manpower.
Okay, lots of manpower. Because, in media entertainment industry, a lot of people can be absorbed. A lot of people can be there. Yes. Arijit ji, closing remarks from your side and Debajit.
Yeah, I would say, as Joydeep said, yes, we have potentials and lots of talented boys are there who have been to Mumbai, who have come back here, and they really want to promote the Assam and Northeast. Like the one you have seen, that Bihu dance. Just for the sake of the viewers, let me tell you, Bihu is we have three important Bihus in Assam Assamese festival. One is Rangali Bihu, which is the main one, which is in April, which is sort of dances when other one is Kongali or Kati Bihu, and other is Bhogali Bihu, that's Magh Bihu in January. But the Rangali Bihu is the most important of the three. Every women, Assamese women, they can dance in a Bihu dance. Every boys, Assamese boys, they can play the Bihu musics, and it is in the blood. It's in the blood. So is film and cinema thing is already in the blood. The skilled people are there, only waiting for the opportunity. When we get this opportunity, no one can stop us.
Great, great. Debajit ji, I still recall when the Secretary, Ministry of Commerce and Industry, Government of India, along with the other dignitaries, Joint Secretary, directors, and everybody, and we all came on your cruise. I still recall, if I'm remembering the name, and my sincere apologies if I don't recollect the name correctly. There was a Catherine from Mizoram who gave a beautiful numbers, the songs and everything in the evening when dinner was being hosted. And people enjoyed the cruise so well and so much that they didn't want to get down from there. I told them, your time is over now, let's go. They said, kindly request him to give one more round. I said, no, it's not possible. We'll come tomorrow again. So was it from the Mizoram, Catherine?
Catherine went to audition. Next day, Catherine went to audition to perform. Name was correct, Catherine.
Okay.
Next day, she had a performance in audition the following night.
Radisson Blue. Okay, that's a wonderful, great. That's a pleasure to hear. That's a pleasure to hear. So my deep thanks and gratitudes to Mr. Debajit, Mr. Arijit, and Mr. Joydeep. All of them, they had been very kind to showcase Assam today. Yes, Debajit ji, please.
Yeah. I just wanted to make a closing this thing. When we talk about the film and this musical albums and all, it comes to the glamour industry, and another component of the glamour industry is the fashion industry. So fashion also has a very important role to play.
He is coming. Mr. Abhijit Singha is coming. He is coming. Mega Entertainment. He is coming. And Mr. and Miss Northeast contest coming up in November, next in front of your cruise.
And for that matter, Assam silk is very famous, and it's one of the kind produced in Assam. And just for the information, for your information, I had been associated with this industry a long time back. That's around 25, 26 years back. And when in 95, 96, we had a model named Tora Khasgir, who was the Gladdex Mega Model winner in 96, and she was my model. At that time, I was a fashion photographer.
Wonderful,
wonderful. I had the privilege of working with Aishwarya Roy and all at that time.
Great.
I left photography in 96. After that, I did not do any photography. But I still remember those days, and those are very sweet memories of which I still carry with me. And from 95, 96 to till this date, I have seen the passes, how the industry has grown and everything. If I talk about the fashion industry only, that time only 2 or 3 photographers were there. in the industry, but now everybody is a fashion photographer here. I can see very good work done by many photographers. So I strongly believe that the film tourism also has a very great future in this region. And with the 7 sisters and 1 brother, we have been seeing the presentations on the different states. So what I would like to say is that it has got ample scope. It's a place unexplored. And when it comes to the film and glamour industry, I think it has something to give no Indian other state can give. So that's my strong belief, and I'd like to welcome the industry to come and explore the region. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you very much. Thank you. And ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you, without asking Mr. Debajit, all the people those are joining on the YouTube from the world over today, if you send me your names by tomorrow morning, where are you from? Where are you joining from? And all the people those are joining from India, if you visit Guwahati, give your name. I will tally with today's YouTube, and you get a dinner being hosted by Mr. Debajit on the cruise, complimentary when you come to Guwahati. We will work it out. We'll work it out. Thank you. Thank you. We'll bring everybody to Assam. That's on the lighter side, because I have to make them feel very happy. We might have not been in a position to see Mr. Joydeep Paul's efforts movie, but well, we will see it on the YouTube. You have given us the glimpses, and we'll go ahead. With these words, great Assam, wonderful Assam, scintillating Assam, inviting Assam, captivating Assam, and Arijit Purkayastha ji, and Debajit Kumar Borah ji, and Joydeep Paul ji, and the wonderful audience. Tomorrow evening, 8 p.m., we are going to travel. Waha kaun hai tera? We are going to Tripura tomorrow to meet Mr. S.D. Burman, R.D. Burman, and everything nicely to the yet another state of the Northeast region, because our efforts are integrated tourism, cinematic tourism, and film tourism, coming from the armed forces while saying green